Hello, future sixth graders coming to Lakeland Copper Beach Middle School. I hear that the Girl Scouts came and asked me to make a little video and say hello, welcoming you to Lakeland Copper Beach Middle School. I am Rob Bergman, I'm the building principal, and I cannot wait for you to join us in September. You will find an unbelievable school when you get here. And yes, we even have a pool, even though we don't have recess. But we have pizza and french fries every day. And life just does not get better than that. You will find that you will have unbelievable teachers who will care about you and help you transition through 6th, 7th, and 8th grade onto high school. Please also know that if you need anything at all throughout your time here, Mr. Casey is fantastic. I know that because I hired him. And I am here as well, along with your guidance counselors, Ms. Maloney and Ms. Potter, to help make your transition into middle school life successful. Good luck, and please make sure you stop and say hello to me when you see me.
I'm here to talk to you about a few rules of the school. No backpacks in the hallways. It's for the safety of the students. While walking in the hallways, always stay to the right so people can get through. You're only allowed to go to your locker before first period, before lunch, after lunch, and when you leave. You could bring your phone around with you, just keep it off. Shorts have to be past your fingertips, and tank tops have to be at least 3 fingers wide. When going to someone's house, both parents have to write a note for a bus pass. When you get to school early, you have to wait outside until they let you in. Lastly, no pictures on the bus. These are only a few rules of Copper Beach. I wish you guys good luck.
So this is the daily message, and it's a PowerPoint presentation that every teacher has on a file. It informs you on what's going on after school and what's going on during school and if there's any sales going on. If it's not presented on the smartboard in your homeroom, then you can always ask your teacher if they can show you the daily message.
Resource officer. His name is Officer Pavlicich. You can go sit with him at lunch. You might see him directing traffic at the end of the school day, and his office is in the main lobby next to the library. Guidance office. This is where to give him bus notes and dismissal letters, pick up bus passes, talk to your guidance counselors. Yours will either be Mrs. Potter or Mrs. Maloney. There will be a lost and found. You can write up incident reports and make phone calls home. Health office. This is where you can go to get band-aids and ice packs, check or have them do your physical. You can get personal hygiene items. There's a bathroom and resting beds if you are sick, and they can hold your medicine with a note from a doctor. Principals. There are 4 principals in total. There's Mr. Casey for 6th grade, Ms. Bollner for 7th grade, Mr. Rulo for 8th grade, and Mr. Bergman, who is the main principal. The offices are in the guidance offices, except for Mr. Bergman's. His is in the main office.
Schedule. There will be a 4-day schedule: A Day, B Day, C Day, and D Day. There are 9 periods, 4 core classes which consist of math, science, social studies, and English, 1 encore class which can either be art, tech, computers, or consumer science, lunch, gym or music, same period but alternating days, foreign language, or a flex core class. Flex core class is every day you will have a second period of one of your core classes. This will be taught by your core teacher. For example, a day you might have 2 periods of math, with each class being taught by your math teacher. B day you might have science twice, with each class being taught by your science teacher. Foreign language. New for next year, 6th graders will have an Introduction to World Languages class, 1/2 of Italian and 1/2 of Spanish. The goal is to provide all students with an introduction to each language with a focus on culture and introductory conversation. This will help you choose what foreign language you wish to concentrate on in 7th grade and beyond. Encore classes. The encore classes are consumer science, art, computers, and tech. You will have 1 encore class every day for 1 marking period. Library. If you want to take a book out from the library, you can go during lunchtime. Sometimes your teacher will bring your class to the library if you have an independent books reading project. Study hall is during lunch. You bring your lunch to a specific room and you can work on homework or projects during this time. The teachers who are in study hall rotate weekly. You have to sign up during homeroom if you want to go to study hall that day. Lunch. There are two cafeterias, Cafeteria A and Cafeteria B. Which cafeteria you eat in lunch is determined by which team you are on. In the beginning of the school year, you will sit for lunch with your homeroom. After that, you will sit by team, and then finally you will be able to sit wherever you want. There are vending machines in the cafeteria that you can purchase items from if you have money with you. Dismissal. Your bus for dismissal will be parked in an assigned bus lot. It will be in that same spot every day. There are 5 4:30 buses, one for each elementary school. If you are in a club or have detention, you will take the 4:30 bus home. You have to get a pass for the late bus from the teacher who you stayed after school with. There's only one 5:30 bus. Home Access Center. The Home Access Center is where you will go to view your grades, report cards, interim reports, your homework, and your schedule. The link to the Home Access Center is at the top of any of the pages on the Lakeland Central School District website. Login information is available from the main office at your current elementary school.
Binder organization and school supplies. Binder organization. Have dividers to divide your classwork into different sections so your classwork for your different classes won't be mixed up and disorganized. If you have a folder for a class that you can put in your binder, click it into that class's section. For example, you have a section labeled science and you have a folder for science. You could just click your folder into that section so you don't have to go rummaging through many papers to go find it. Have a homework folder in one of the binder pockets, which is on the inside on the binder, right or in the left, so you can keep your homework in one place and organize. If you have a notebook, you can put it in one of the binder pockets so it is in an easier place to get it. School supplies. You need dividers, pencils, highlighters and pens, notebooks, folders, 2 binders, an AM and PM binder, a pencil case, and lots of loose leaf.
Hi, I'm Melody, and I'm going to tell you how the 6th grade music works. So every other day you will have a music class, if it's band, orchestra, chorus, or just general music. Here is the orchestra room with Miss Faye as your teacher. Come and I'll show you the music hallway. So here is the general music room with your teacher, Miss Rossi. Here's the chorus room with your teacher, Mr. Green. And last but not least is the band room over here with your teacher, Mr. Russo. So depending on if you take band or orchestra, you will have to take lessons once every 6 days. There are 6 days for that: A, B, C, D, E, and F. Here's an example of lesson calendars for the band. As you can probably see, the lessons are alternating periods, so you will not miss the same class every single time you take lessons. If you don't take chorus but you still want to sing in school, you have the opportunity to audition a designated morning for select chorus. But if you make it, you need to commit to coming in a designated morning once a week, every week of the school year. You also need to commit to coming to a designated show, which can be at Barnes & Noble. Yeah.
Here are some pictures of all the music rooms. General music, chorus, orchestra, concerts. If you are in band, chorus, or orchestra, you will have 2 concerts, one in the winter and one in the spring. The winter concert is held at Lakeland High School. The spring concert is held at Walter Panis High School. The day of your concert is determined by what days you have music. This is Mr. Russo, the 6th grade band teacher, before and after his wardrobe change mid-concert prior to the band's playing of It's Raining Tacos. Nice first impression, huh? You will enjoy music. The LCPMS music department is full of fun teachers.
Gym class. There's a locker room to change in. Swimming is required 1/4 the whole school year. You swim separate from the boys, and there are lockers provided for modified and just a half-word gym class. There are 2 different gyms, Gym A and Gym B. Intramurals. Intramurals will not be announced on the loudspeaker. You have to ask your gym teacher about when they are. They're before school, and you have to be driven into school. There will not be a bus. They offer, for girls, lacrosse, field hockey, yoga, basketball, soccer, and volleyball. For boys, they offer soccer and basketball. They're not allowed to have contact sports for boys' intramurals. Modified sports. Modified is held after school on the fields or in one of the gyms. You have to sign up during gym class. They have a sign-up sheet when they explain all the sports and about the program. There will be tryouts and the coach is allowed to cut. You have to fill out a form online when the window opens. The sport options are girls lacrosse, field hockey, softball, basketball, cross country, soccer, and volleyball. For boys, they have baseball, basketball, hockey, wrestling, cross country, and soccer. Modified is for 7th and 8th grade only. In the morning, for the buses, there is no assigned slot. If you are dropped off, Mr. Smith, the tech teacher, helps you cross the road so you don't get hit by a bus. If dropped off early, go in the middle doors, the 7th grade doors. Ask the front desk if the teacher is there before walking in. Intramurals, you are allowed to walk to the required location. Early dismissals and delays. There's 15-minute classes. You go to your homeroom after you go to your locker. Your bus should come 2 or 3 hours later on a delay. Early dismissals are by grade. You have to go to every class before you leave at the end of the day.
Gym. Coaches. Coach Cumrow, Coach Weir, Coach Krumpenbacher, Coach Sarson, Coach Horahan, and Coach Horahan. Locker room. You can get a locker in the Gym A locker room if you ask your gym coach. You have to bring your own lock as well. There is only 3 changing stalls and 2 bathroom stalls. When you swim, you go to the locker room. There is no locker room for Gym B. Pool area. You are not allowed to wear sneakers in the pool area. When you are swimming, you don't have to swim with the boys. You don't have to wear goggles, but it is recommended. Only female coaches will watch you swim. If you don't have a swimsuit, you can wear an undershirt and shorts. You can give a note to your coach if you choose not to swim. Clubs. Clubs and teachers. These are a few examples of the clubs that you can enter in 6th grade. National Junior Honor Society. You have to be an honor roll at least 6 times to be in this club. Twice in 6th grade and all quarters in 7th grade. and credit roll. To get an honor roll, you have to have a 92 average or above, and to get on credit roll, you have to get an 88 or above.